Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, August 23rd, and the MLB, our two favorite picks, are on the way. As always, it is Austin, joined by Logan Recap. And yesterday, Logan, a solid winning day, 3-2. Could have been much better. Let's recap. Casey Mize under an outs, cash on the hook. I actually was about to crash out if we lost that one. He gave up 10 base runners. Yeah, that would have really been a nail in the coffin. The Padres did come through and clinched us a winning day. The Valdi under and earned runs parlay was free. Trey couldn't get anything done. We'll let it slide. He's a COS Hall of Famer. We're going to let it slide. And then we really could have cashed the Brewers' first five team total over 2.5. They had second and third with 0 outs. Couldn't get those guys home. And then we had first and second with 1 out and couldn't get those guys home. So they had their chances, scored 2. Of course, they could not get us that third. But Logan, let's bounce back. Let's continue the line moving. Let's have another winning day. We only have 2 picks today. I know yesterday we had 5. I did subtract the 0.1 unit for the long shot. That didn't come home in the recap, but didn't feel like putting it in there. Didn't have enough room. But we don't have a long shot today, just 2 straight bets. And then you're going to get, here comes the comment. Why do you guys do 2? It's going to struggle to go profitable. Well, hey, listen to this. It's much better to go 1-1 than 1-2. And we do not want to force another pick onto this card. Just not a great slate, honestly, in my opinion. I'll give my favorite pick. Logan will give his. Let's get on out of here. I do want to put one final reminder out there. Our college football video dropped yesterday. It includes a bunch of futures, Heisman Trophy winners. Logan had a plus 2,500 guy. Again, go check that out. We didn't have any official picks for week 0, which is today. There's just really is not a lot of games, and it's honestly the first week of the season. You have no idea what's going to go on. But again, go check out that video. It's posted, and we'll link it at the end of this one. Go tap into that at least before the college football season starts, in our opinion, next week on Thursday-ish is when the first games. Enough yapping. First pick of the day. Andrew Abbott under 2.5 earned runs, minus 130 on Fanatics. He's not on the Cardinals. Forgot to switch the slide. He is a Reds pitcher, but he will be pitching today against the Diamondbacks. And I think he can go out there, pitch well. Abbott, I looked at his over and outs, and honestly, I don't mind an outs and under and earned runs parlay if you can do that. Sometimes DraftKings doesn't let you do it certain early in the morning, but I don't need to count on him to go 6 innings pitched. If he wants to go out there and pitch inefficiently, but pitch decently well, I'll take it. So I like his under 2.5 earned runs at minus 130 on Fanatics. It was minus 135 on Caesars, minus 140 on DraftKings. My favorite play of the day. Let's talk about Andrew Abbott, though, who has had a great season. I mean, if it weren't for what some guys are doing, like Garrett Crochet, Scooble, I mean, he honestly, in the NL, he could be in the Cy Young conversation. He has been that good. And I look at him and his stats, 2.28 ERA and a 1.08 whip. He has been great. And if you look at his line, he's under this line in 17 of 22 starts. And well, if you look at the D-backs and their stats against lefties, you'd be like, Austin, this is a very hard-hitting team. And I get that. They do have some guys in there, but let's not get it twisted. They traded away some elite bats in Eugenio Suarez, who was one of their best lefty killers. And even though Josh Naylor's lefty, he's been pretty good against lefties as well. And so the bottom half of this lineup is kind of a pitfall. You don't know what you're getting from any of those guys. And I think Abbott can go out there and pitch well. If you look at the last 9 lefties to face them, 7 of the 9 went under. The 2 guys that went over, JP Sears and Austin Gomber. Like, Austin Gomber sucks. His lines should be like 4.5 every start. He just got DFA'd, waived by the dang Rockies. You don't have to how bad you have to be to get waived by the Rockies. Pretty dang bad. And JP Sears just did not have it that day. But I look at this as a guy in Abbott that's great with runners in scoring position, 159 batting average allowed, drops to 143 with 2 outs. And like I said, this is a lineup that I really don't fear in this D-backs team. They went to extras yesterday, were able to score some runs there. But again, the bottom half of this lineup are just not great. In the top half, they're relying heavily on production from guys like Ketel Marte, Geraldo Perdomo, and Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll's OPS drops pretty significantly against lefties. I mean, we saw last year, even sometimes this year, they didn't even play him against lefties. They don't have that luxury these days. But again, if they're relying so much on those 2 guys, those really 3 guys to do damage, I'll live with the Lourdes Gurriels, the Blaze Alexanders, the McCanns of the world beating me. I like Andrew Abbott. I think he pitched well here today. Give me his under 2.5 earned runs, my favorite play of the day. I have a couple more I'll touch on that I looked at but didn't end up pulling the trigger on. I'll talk about why, but I'll give it to Logan. The floor is yours, Logan. We need another winner from you today. What you got?
Yeah, you mentioned our boy Trey Turner hurt us yesterday, but that's okay. You know, he's a COS Hall of Famer for a reason. I'm backing him today, and it's going to be in a 2-leg parlay. We'll talk about it. Trey Turner 2+ hits, runs, RBIs. Pair that with the Dodgers and Padres both to score 1 in the first 7 innings. You get minus 125 odds on DraftKings, and I just love this play. I think we get pretty favorable, all legs in this parlay. And again, a minus 125, no, it's not plus value, but I still think it is worth playing. I mean, you could take a minus 125 money line, have to sweat that out for 9 innings, or you can take this bet and it's going to cash with ease. Now, Trey's hit streak came to an end yesterday. I was sad. I cried. It ruined my whole Friday night. But I'm on him to bounce back once again today because Trey's a good hitter. If you just look at his game log at Citizens Bank Park, if you really he struggled in that Tigers series, but outside of that, he really doesn't have back-to-back hitless games at home. Going back to even like July. So he should be in a good position for a bounce back today, and he faces Mr. BP himself, Mitchell Parker, in the Nationals today. Now we could talk about how bad Mitchell Parker is all season long, but Trey's faced Parker. Trey's 3 for 4, batting 750 versus Mitchell Parker. So I mean, if he gets a couple singles, gets an extra base hit and gets hit home, many ways you can cash an HRR prop. Obviously, the easiest way is with like a hit and then your teammates to hit you back or hit you through. Trey's hitting 293 against left-handed pitchers at home this year, and Parker's allowing a 274 batting average to right-handed batters. Pretty solid. And then it's worth noting that behind Trey, Harper and Schwarber have great splits versus Mitchell Parker. The lefty-lefty matchup is actually Parker's even allowed a higher batting average to the lefty-lefty matchup. So those guys, if Trey reaches, Trey gets in the scoring position, those guys can easily hit him home. Batting leadoff, he'll get plenty of opportunities to cash this line. Bottom of the order was even productive yesterday for the Phillies too. So Trey could come up with RBI opportunities. That's definitely in the cards. Love that as the first leg of this parlay. And then the second leg of this parlay, Dodgers and Padres each to score in the first 7. Now, looking at yesterday, it was an absolute sweat fest. It always is when I take a money line. It's always a low-scoring game that you just got to bite your nails into the 9th inning. They still hit this line yesterday, and I'd argue the pitching was pretty good. The offense was just non-existent yesterday. The fact that they even did score 1+ through the first 7 was a miracle. But now it's more favorable pitchers today for some runs. I do like overs in this game, but I want to just isolate it to this because I think each team will be on the board through 7 innings in this one. Nestor Cortez is starting for the Padres, 5.87 ERA, 1.65 whip. Terrible numbers for nasty Nestor. And lefties are hitting 364 against Nestor this season, which, I mean, the lefty-lefty matchup is just killing him recently. And I hate to tell him, but the Dodgers' best hitters in this lineup, Ohtani, Freeman, those are lefties. And even Mookie got a timely hit last night, gave him a chance to tie that game. They just didn't. The Dodgers the Dodgers prior to like the 7th inning or prior to the 9th inning, they were like coming in with like 2 hits to their name, which was just crazy. I mean, and they still had a run on the board. That's what I'm saying is like yesterday was just a crazy low offensive production day. And Nestor faced the Dodgers last season. Again, the Dodgers lineup hasn't changed that much since last season. He gave up 4 earned runs. These hitters will see him well today. And then on the other side, it's going to be Tyler Glasnow starting for the Dodgers, 3.12 ERA, 1.14 whip. Now, obviously, Glasnow is better than Nestor, but Glasnow still 26th percentile in barrel percentage, 7th percentile in walk percentage. He's had his struggles. He allowed 2 earned runs in 5 innings pitched against the Padres a week ago, and that was the series in the Dodgers dominated. So now on the road, where he has a 5.4 ERA compared to a 2.32 ERA at home, I just think this is a bad matchup for him. I think the Padres could easily get several runs off of Tyler Glasnow. Padres sitting 254 at home this season, 259 at home this month. I think there are a lot of opportunities for both these 2 starting pitchers to give up several earned runs. And I'm not even asking for them to get rocked. Each of them give up 1. We cash this bet. And even going into the 7th inning, we might get a bullpen arm or 2 to help cash this bet. Love this as my favorite pick of the day. This little parlay is going to absolutely smack. Austin, you said you had some leans, though, that you looked at?
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to give Yankees fans PTSD by talking about Nestor Cortez against the Doyers. Yeah, I mean, game 1 of the World Series. Tough. Freddie Freeman had some other things to say, but yeah, I'll talk about a couple leans and we'll get on out of here. A couple leans I looked at. I was going to originally back the Phillies first 5 team total, but they bumped it up from 2.5 to 3.5. I really don't like taking a 3.5 first 5. Feels like everything has to go wrong, but I do hope Trey Turner helps him cash that. I do like that one. In terms of other props I looked at, Kyle Freeland's over and outs. I looked at that one. The 2 reasons I didn't take it. Number 1, he came off a blister in his last outing. That caused him to leave early. don't know if that's 100% fixed. And if I lose via a blister, I might crash out. And then the weather, there is a little bit of rain concerns in Pittsburgh today. I don't think it's going to limit his start, but I do think that he could go out there. Just really didn't want to lose that. An under I liked Logan Allen's under and outs. The Rangers lineup, the reason I didn't do it is Jake Berger's honestly injured. And so they're going to be trying in a lefty like Rowdy Tellez or Jack Peterson as DH. No, I don't want any business of that. But I do like Logan Allen's under coming off a game he threw like 107 pitches. I don't know if he goes into the sixth in that one. And then two other ones: the Cubs first 5 team total over 2.5. That Madero's guy is not good, and the Cubs offense looks to finally be starting to go. And that game has a total of 10 after really no runs yesterday. And the final one I looked at that's plus money is Will Warren's over 15.5 outs is plus 130. Warren is the definition of a home merchant. He's been great at Yankee Stadium. On the road, I don't know about that, but at home, he's been really good. I think you can go into the 6 at plus 130. I don't mind that price. Again, I don't love any of them to put them on the card. If you were like, Austin, you got to bet the board today, I probably would be taking Kyle Freeland's over and outs, and then probably Logan Allen under 16.5 outs. But again, we don't need to empty the clip on a Saturday with a slate we don't love. If we don't love it, we just keep it moving. Hopefully we go 2-0 today, and let's hopefully have a great day. Again, go check out that college football video. I will link it probably somewhere over here. Go check it out. We talked about some Heisman Trophy winners, some team totals for wins and whatnot. Go check it out. Enjoy that. Logan and Austin, we're signing out. We'll see you guys back tomorrow, maybe with some more picks. Hopefully recapping a 2-0 day. Let's get it done. We'll see you guys back tomorrow. Peace.